Hello StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between MaSa and Cham on Frozen Temple. In the top left side of the map, we have the blue Terran player, it is MaSa. And in the bottom right hand of the map, we have the red Zerg player, it is Cham. Cham is new to the channel. He is a Mexican StarCraft 2 player who does main Zerg. He made it all the way to the round of 8 from the WCS Spring Championship that was held a couple of weeks ago, so I figured I would highlight him in this map against a hated Terran player named MaSa, who we've seen before, who is from Canada. So it's a North American face-off right now. Neither of these countries actually touch each other by border, but they are friends in that they are on the same continent. Alright, so at TVZ, here on Frozen Temple, we've seen Liberators play great roles in our TVZs as of late. It seems like no Terran ever skips them. Goes Marine, Marauder, Medevac, Liberator, maybe with some Widow Mines mixed in, maybe some Ghosts, depending on how things go from the Zerg player, but Liberators are ever present, and oh so important for their zoning out abilities, for their ability to crush Roaches and Ravagers beneath their boots. We'll see if Cham can handle that. He has made it this far in the tournament. You think he's probably seen this before, and MaSa pretty much knows what he's going to do. So it looks like a 1 Reaper expand here. Let's see, a 1 Rax expand, I believe is what I was trying to say. Timing does make sense. There's the Reaper. There he is. And again, I'm going to crowdsource this. If you have a name for the next time I do a Reaper, go ahead and throw it into the comments, and we'll see if I can use it in a future cast. But for now, we will use a traditional name for the Reaper. We will name him Bob. Yes, we have had a Reaper Bob before, but this one is a different Reaper Bob. This Reaper Bob actually went to Princeton, or whatever the Princeton equivalent is in the StarCraft 2 universe. He did not actually get married out of college. He's got a nice job with the Dominion, flying around in his Reaper suits trying to kill the Zerg, and now he's going to come on out, use some of the math that he learned at his hoity-toity school. See, you can't tell, but he actually has a pocket protector underneath that uniform. And he's going to try to use angles to deal with the Zerg threat. Here he comes. There's nobody to mourn him if he dies. Gives a high five to the SCV as he passes. And we'll see if he's successful in his mission. The Queens are not quite ready to go. The Lings are a little bit late too. Oh, Bob. Bob, can you get a couple drone kills? Is it going to happen? He's trying to focus that one down. No, Spore Crawler. A Spore Crawler robs him of his victory. The Lings are now out. Can he get another one? He does! He gets a drone kill. Can he get one more? No. Oh, he does. He is just surprising me. And what? No, he was hot. Bob, hang on. Bob. He had jumped. How did he die? Oh, a little too far. Here he comes. Swinging around and jump. Okay, all right. He's alive here, right? He's totally alive. He's in the air. And yet... Okay, so do the game mechanics say as long as Bob is not technically landed on the new surface, he's still technically on the ground back here? Is that what's happening? Because that was crazy. Bob had it. Bob was alive. Bob probably would have been killed by this queen eventually, but come on. Give him another couple seconds to live. He used some good angles. He killed himself 2 drones. Greatly weakened all these guys, forced out more Lings from the Terran player. Bob did his job, and as a result, he was absolutely robbed. Robbed of his ability to visit swanky and beautiful Zerg main base. Alright, I'm going to stop complaining about this. Alright, so Bob's gone. That's it. He didn't really get a good scout off, but he did kill a couple workers. He did put the fear of God into MaSa just a little bit. MaSa is now throwing up a bunker just in case any Lings try to come out and kill him. The Lings are actually just checking Zelnaga watchtowers. Another bit of lag. They really need to make land available in these tournaments. Anyway, running around checking for proxy stuff, I guess. I like the Overlord positioning, trying to see if drops are going to come in. Liberators will come in to destroy him as well. They will have to pass by one of these Overlords to get that done. Production shows a lot of Marines and a Medevac in production, which means we're going to see a Medevac or a Marine drop at some point here. Although it could be, we have seen in the past, just a straight push up the middle with Marines, a Medevac, and a Siege Tank. That looks pretty defensive, though, as he squishes 3 Lings with 1 shot. Is that what that was? Goodness, Siege Tank pilot, you are a true boss. Third base being constructed right over here by Cham. Income tab shows 35 to 30 workers. Cham playing this pretty darn well. if I do say so myself. Barracks, factory, tech lab, starport, barracks, command center. There's that third base for MaSa rather. He is definitely trying to go for a macro style play. Baneling Nest on the way. We haven't seen that very often in professional level StarCraft 2 games. Why do you think it's here? What about me clicking on the Baneling Nest tells you it is there? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if that's not working. There it is though. Baneling Nest is there. And it is. It's just a straight up push on out to try to deny that third base. There are 2 queens. There are some lings here. Does force a liftoff. That's enough to make MaSa think twice about continuing here. The hatch does pop. Creep spread is very important here for Cham. If he can get that creep spread out, that means the queens have a greater ability to range on out here and defend against the hatch. There it is. The lings getting the surround and leaving some of the Marines behind. Oh no, MaSa. Oh no, MaSa. You only got 2 guys to go home. I think he intended to lift up more. He had room, but oh, you know what? He was down to 6 hit points. He had to get out of there. He was almost completely dead. Saving those 2 Marines is all that MaSa could do. Saves him there too. I know the female is the pilot here, but I was talking about MaSa being the one controlling. So here comes the Liberator. Indeed, Liberators are going to be featured in this TBZ. Sneaking around here. Overlord scouts it out. At least I hope Cham saw that one. Is he ready with queens? Is he ready with stuff against this Liberator? No, I think it's being sneaky. Another Overlord spots it here. React, Cham. And he does. He does react. He does manage to avoid losing a single drone, which is fantastical. A good scan here in the main base to see what's going on. Sees the lair. On the way, the queen does find an angle to attack. Her little talon is just inside that circle, but it's not enough to actually allow MaSa to attack her. That's a better angle. Get out. Back. Not far enough. Oh, got shot in the butt. Shot right in the butt. And the drone's dying too. 2 queens trying to come in. Good transfuse. Oh, keeping the queen alive just temporarily. But sacrificing 1 queen for 1 Liberator is probably a fair deal. Spore Crawler being thrown down and throwing down another base. Cham. Cham is macroing hard while defending pretty well. 52 to 49 total harvesters. MaSa has thrown down the 3rd command center of his own. Siege tanks, Marines in production, medevacs flying on down. So it's a Marine tank medevac play for our Terran player, just walking straight down Main Street. Straight down here, straight down to see what's going on. The lings are scouting this wonderfully. At least they were, until they got chased away by the Marines. But here comes a push. What's in production? A lot of lings and banelings in production for Cham. So if he can do this with banelings, wouldn't be surprised. A couple of good baneling hits might actually turn it into his advantage. So here come the Marines killing creep tumors. That was a very economical scan. The lings trying to get a nice surround there, and the baneling hits do kill a few Marines, 3 of them in particular, and is enough to force MaSa to turn back. He does not like to see banelings. He didn't bring any tanks, which I find surprising. Centrifugal hooks on the way for Cham. Getting burrow, but not burrow move, and +1/+1 for his lings, which means he's probably going to go for ultras at some point in this game, just trying to make it there by using the lings and the banelings in process. Flying on out. Once again, Cham's vision of the map is not what it once was, as we can see. He doesn't have the Zelnaga watchtowers here. He's playing defensively. He just has to be aware of all the different places MaSa can come into attack, stimming right on in, right into this mineral line. Lings trickling in by the 2s and by the 100s. There it is. 6 drones died there. Are you kidding? That was a lot of dead drones. Good focus firing by MaSa. Nicely done. Continuing, medevac production, getting combat shield, which is late, a little bit late there. Armory on the way too. I think that's just so we can go for the +3/+3. Hasn't started +2/+2 though. MaSa's upgrades have not been super duper good. Another attempted drop back here. Does the medevac gets killed? All the Marines die there as well. Another attempted attack, trying to do some stuff. Some of the Marines get picked up. No queens here to stab this one out of the sky. Is there a spire on the way at all? No, no spire on the way for Cham. He doesn't need a spire. Why would he need a spire? Attempted run by of lings here. Ooh, can the banelings get in? The tanks need to be in siege. There they are. They're in siege. Ah, burrowed banelings. Burrowed banelings. If MaSa tries to do an SCV transfer or a big Marine march over this way, he could be in a lot of trouble. Marines killing creep tumors. It's a lot of dead creep tumors. I wish I could see my individual lost structures, but in this replay interface, I cannot. The banelings. Okay, and burrow again. Tried to sneak up there, but good reaction time by MaSa meant nothing actually happened. A lot of banelings in production right now. How many are there? 14 banelings right now. Tanks, Marines setting up, killing creep tumors. Lings taking shots from the tanks. They try to sneak on in. This is turning into a very hot style of StarCraft 2, except for the Liberator counts. Banelings not getting great hits, but again, flying tanks so darn good. Lings and banelings coming in from the top side, not really paying attention as MaSa loses a lot of stuff. Does manage to save a single tank. But the swarm is real, man. That was a big time in Cham's favor play there. I feel like it was. Guess resources lost tell a different story, but Zerg can afford to be a little bit less cost efficient, especially considering another base is on the way. So what is this? A tank and 6 Marines with +1/+1. He's just going to go ahead and give that one up. This single tank in a lot of trouble. Hey, recognize Cham. There's a tank here. Running in with a lot of Lings, though. Getting full surrounds on the Marines. And again, killing the tanks here. What is ready to go? Banelings, if they can get big hits. And yeah, fairly big hits, but the Marines are still doing a lot of damage against those Lings. Swinging back around this way is MaSa. Another lag spike complaint is covering my screen. Fix this. Picking up, running away. The tank manages to survive another day here. Man, that flying tank has really helped Terran in these particular situations. All right, so it is 140 to 138 total supply, 60 to 71 harvesters. Cham is continuing with this Baneling attack, melee attack level 2 and Carapace level 2 being researched simultaneously by Cham. A big swell of Marines trying to come through this way. The creep spread, identifying what's going on as per usual. Lings running, I don't know, they were going somewhere else, but they did get diverted to actually take out a lot of these units here. But the medevac healing is keeping them alive fairly well, but that's still a lot of dead Marine. A lot of dead Marine here. Another attack up here. Burrowed Lings just waiting for the tank to go away. Rolling in this way too. Having won this fight, MaSa comes in to deal with this 4th base of his Zerg opponent. Lings on top of the tanks too. Lings crushing through everything. Getting rid of supply depots. Trying to hold the line. Are some SCVs, but that's a lot of dead SCVs. Banelings crushing through. MaSa's attention was elsewhere. Liberator coming in. Can the Liberator turn the tides? These guys are still doing stuff, and that's it. The GG from Cham. Wait. What? What is going on here? All right, so this is like the 3rd game in the last few days where I'm confused about why the player who tapped out. Okay, so Cham. Army supply, 75 to 38. Okay, that's a problem. Admittedly, that's a problem. But look at all this money Cham had. Did he have 5? Okay, so he had 5 larvae. I don't know. I guess maybe he didn't have enough at home. I guess it came down to he wasn't able to kill this 3rd base, and he wasn't able to save this base, but he still had... Did he lose this one as well, or was that just canceled? Hang on a second. Yeah, so he had this one as well. All right, so hang on. We need to take a look at exactly what is going on here. So there's a big army of +1/+1 Marines here with a single Liberator, some Widow Mines. Is there anything down here? Oh, a Liberator showed up here and was killing this base too. Oh, the Liberators, you are so good. So good. All right, so the Liberators showed up, killed a ton of workers. It was still 59 to 48, though. But I guess most of his army was down here. There were Marines to cover them as well. A scan would clear them out very quickly. And I guess he just didn't have enough to deal with this particular group of Marines and medevacs. I don't see anything down here on this side that would allow him to defend. So, all right, it makes sense. So today, MaSa wins the game. Cham is defeated, and MaSa takes the victory. Woo! All right, so again, I like the strategy from Cham. I liked the continued aggression, especially up here at this base. He did end up killing 16 workers, which is great, which is very, very good. He did not allow MaSa to take a 4th base, but it just came down to the fact that the Marines were good, the Liberators excellent as well, especially that one. And his attempts, he really devoted a lot to killing this 3rd base. Resources lost, 12,000 resources. A lot of that is just dead Banelings. And when he couldn't do that, he tapped out. So that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.